Good day, ladies and gentlemen, your PPSH here. Today we're going to be talking about sniper support guns because we've been hyping up all the Cold War snipers recently, that they all get buffed and they're very amazing now, which is absolutely true. But now we got to figure out, what do we pair with them? Because a lot of the sniper support guns that were there before get tremendously stronger because of the new suppressor. What identifies a sniper support gun though? Because a lot of people are confused by this term. It needs to be a gun that can work in close quarter combat very good, but it also be able to beam up to at least 40 meters. So you're going to be able to contest SMGs and ARs at the same time, which is mostly then an assault rifle. Because a lot of the SMGs, they really fall off after 20 meters harshly. Then you can play that as an ultra aggressive snipers if you're quick sniping on 20 meters, sure. But not a lot of us do that. In order to make a sniper support gun work, you often have to find a good mix between ADS time, effective damage range, and bullet velocity. The good thing is that as a sniper support gun, bullet velocity is a neglectable stat because you only need up to 700, tops 800 meters per second to then be good for up to 40-50 meters with the shooting to not have to lead very crazy. I'll start with a fan favorite of mine, the Stoner 63. Very good sniper support gun. Super accurate, doesn't miss a shot. Headshot peaks are just getting beamed away. Very good close quarter combat also. I've seen exclusive Ace test the suppressor on it and being like, it doesn't do anything. I did it myself and I had a better ADS time than with the agency suppressor. That is good for me, enough to put it on, together with the match grade for the bonus of effective damage range. I don't like the task force. It does do bullet velocity, but the task force also makes the gun shake more. This might be good enough for sniper support. I've been trying it on and off. I always go back to the match grade, then next turn to the task force, and I can never decide what feels so much better for me. So definitely tell me in the comments below what you're vibing with the match grade or the task force. Both are definitely viable. Just gotta get used to it. I do need a scope for this because I find the eyesight absolutely atrocious. Fast megas coming on, and last but not least, the airborne elastic wrap. Very good ADS time. This is though more for medium to slow snipers, so everything from HDR to Pellington kinda / SBR, Tundra, and so on. But I would not play this with Kar98 or Swiss K31 because you're moving relatively slow or slower with the Stoner, so you're gonna be a more slower snipe players. If you can play this without a sight, boom, Raider stock on, let's go. The Xm4 was already good before the suppressor came out. Boom, now with the suppressor, even stronger, 45 round mag, very much more ADS time with the airborne elastic wrap. I do need a sight, but if you don't need a sight, very good for you. You can put on the Raider pad, followed up here by the takedown barrel for the maximum effective damage range. You could try around with the task force if you feel like that gives you not too much recoil on the vertical and horizontal. So the task force ain't bad, but for my opinion, if you try to do then a 40-meter beam, it has been a bit too shaky. That's why I've been choosing to go for the takedown. Feels very effing good. This I would pair from fast to slow snipers. So you could play this with an HDR, but you could also play this with a Swiss K31. Very fast and agile gun that's almost an SMG, where you can then just zoom around on the map with. Fara 83 is a huge winner of the suppressor because you're going to put this on with the Spasmos RPK, where the Spasmos RPK pretty much takes all the negatives away from the suppressor without adding negatives itself, because it really feels like the vertical and horizontal doesn't get worse with the Spasmos RPK on the Fara 83. Playing this together with the sight because I tremendously need it with the 60 round mag. If you're playing solos, I would actually do play the 45 round mag because it should be enough. Followed then up with the GRU elastic wrap, having an absolute crazy beamer. Hawks more off, KGB skeletal stock on if you do feel like it. This is a very good gun with a rather slow movement speed compared to some of the other guns, Cold War AK and Xm4 for example. So I would play this with medium to slow snipers, everything from Pellington to HDR, instead of then going for the Kar98 or the Swiss K31. I'm saying the Pellington is a medium sniper. For me, the Pellington is the same quick sniper as the Kar98K, but people in their minds still treat it a little bit different. AK was already extremely strong, especially an SMG AK version and a sniper support AK. Now with the suppressor, it's even more powerful. Putting on the 45 round mag, putting on the GRU elastic wrap for insane ADS times. The scope, because I do need a sight on this if I want to shoot anything on range. If I use this as an SMG, yes, I can definitely play it without, but if I want to use it as sniper support with a 40, 50, 60 meter beam, nope, I need the Microflex LED. I've been playing this with a takedown for the absolute maximum of effective damage range to really work against the suppressor and be able to not have an early damage fall off. You could try this also with the Spasnos RPK barrel. Again, if you feel like the recoil is not getting too worse, which again, I feel like is quite shaky on the distances. So I prefer the takedown to then be absolutely on point, because often if you use the Spasnos RPK, you also got to use a grip to then counter that. So you're pretty much using an attachment to use another attachment to counter that attachment, which makes no sense because you have a Gorilla Elastic Wrap rather for quicker ADS times to then fight off SMGs. You can put this also off to put on a KGB skeletal stock and you have an even faster beaming machine. Again, only if you're able to use iron sight. This gun can definitely be used with super slow to super fast snipers. You're zooming over the map. It's an SMG stylish gun like the Xm4, but still able to beam on very long ranges. So definitely pair this with any sniper you feel like pairing this with. Which are good SMGs that are sniper support? LC10 definitely. Still, Sound Suppressor, Task Force, Stanek 55. I need a snap point on this one. And then I've been actually playing this with an Ember sight point to draw out the effective damage range even further, but still give it also a huge chunk of hipfire, which then does make this a hipfire possible, long range beaming monster beast with the suppressor being absolutely accurate, not missing a single beat, straight up beamer. Very good. Another SMG I enjoy playing as a sniper support gun like the LC10. Both guns more meant to be played with faster snipers. So Kar 98, Swiss, Pellington. I would say Tundra and SBR in this case too. That is then the Fennec here with the Saber and actually the Apex. It sounds a bit weird to use a double attachment here, but this double attachment is very important to draw out the effective damage range and bullet velocity as far as you can. I play this with a PBX hollow sight. Obviously the 40 round drum mag. And then last but not least, no, a grip does not really make it better. It also reduces your movement speed even more. I played this with a 5 milliwatt laser for sprint to fire time. So when you're running that you start shooting faster, but also to give this a huge chunk of hip fire because the Apex and the Saber don't make hip fire worse. So you're having at the same time one of the lowest hip fire guns possible, plus then together with a very good effective damage range, being able to beam up to 20 meters nicely, and then you'll have to start quick sniping. We talked about it in one of the later videos, so I'll briefly mention it. The FFAR is actually back with a suppressor, takedown, Raider stock, 50 round, and airborne elastic wrap. Could also play the task force, but the takedown gives you more effective damage range. And yes, I know that the chest shots don't change on distance, so the time to kill on chest shots is the same. We're talking on headshots, where the actually thing does change as soon as your first damage fall off hits. So I would take the takedown to move that out because you're gonna hit that one or the other headshot easily with this gun. It's still a pinpoint precision beamer that can be played from fast snipers to slow snipers. I would not play this with an HDR together. I think tops like Z or G, Tundra, and so on, because with an HDR together, you kind of want something that actually utilizes a sight to really be able to also beam up to 50, 60, 70, 80 meters, which you can do with iron sight here too, but more reliable with the sight definitely. If we're looking at all the other SMGs, the AK-74U tremendously nerfed, the MP5's out, the Bullfrog sure could work with the Kar 98, but don't vibe that. The P90 just damage-wise is not there where I would like it to be. I guess we could look at the PPSH. I've been liking this gun a lot, but it's on and off for me. It's like, wow, this is really good. Wow, this sucks. Wow, this is really good. Wow, this sucks. And I really can't get a green thumb with this. I'm playing this with a snap point together, task force, the sound suppressor, then putting on the 71 round fast mag because it's just so good to have the 71 round drum mag. And then we're going to put on the Gorilla Elastic Wrap 2. Very good ADS times, great range, sprint to fire, everything with a snap point, pinpoint precision. Still though, it just, I don't know. PPSH is in this weird spot where it's fucking insane or just trash. Pair this definitely with the faster snipers, Pellington, Kar 98, Swiss, Tundra, Quick Sniper, then you're good to go. Wouldn't play this with an HDR or a Z or G. No one talks about the Krig as sniper support, despite the gun being very fast movement speed, good handling, and having a great ADS time. It's just because in the SMG compartment, when you're fighting close quarter combat up, you might probably lose with this. Realistically though, if you're playing the Krig and you never fight under 10 meters, you have a very stable beamer Grau-esque before the Grau get nerfed that is dangerous to behold. You can play this with the suppressor for quicker ADS times, 45 to 60 round drum mag. Actually, I would go for the 60 round here. I'll play this with a sight because you can beam this up so many distances. And with the Microflex LED, there's no visual recoil. Yes, there's actual recoil, but there's no visual. Then we would slap on the takedown because the takedown increases our effective damage by 37%. And we are already at 38 meters until the first damage fall off. That makes the Krig very good again, but don't try to fight under 10 meters because your time to kill is not that insane. And you could definitely put on the airborne elastic wrap to mitigate for not having a good time to kill, because that's very important. If your opponent has a better time to kill than you, but you have a faster ADS time and you hit every single shot, that could be better because you will hit every single shot with the Krig very good. So it is definitely possible to play this as sniper support, but you got to play this less aggressive. So I would rather play this with an HDR, ZRG, Tundra, SPR, and not play the super aggressive, I push every single building, I'm first in, first out sniper support gun. There's obviously many more things we can build here, especially when it comes down to the modern warfare. We have a Ram 7, the ISFL, and other shenanigans. M13 is also very good sniper support. AK-47 modern warfare can be played also nicely. But we wanted to focus on the Cold War guns here. If you want to know more about these, just go on warzoneloadouts.gg, type in sniper support. And as you already can see, there is quite some sniper support builds, especially also with the modern warfare out there. We have some good Ram 7 going on. If you type in Ram 7, we have the Season 3 long range beamer, and on the left side here, the new Ram 7 for Season 3. That's my favorite sniper support gun out there right now with an according YouTube video. So check them out there. Ladies and gentlemen, what is your favorite sniper support gun that you have been vibing with a lot? I have to say all of these are very good, but I've been vibing a lot with the AK. I think this gun is very amazing, doing a great job, has also a very good blueprint that I use with a great reactive camo. But what is your favorite? What's your most efficient? What have you been clapping with the most and I might have been sleeping on? Tell me in the comments below, and also tell me which of these builds are you going to utilize to rock out in the Warzone, because I think snipers are having made a huge comeback, especially with all the Cold War snipers being buffed, and I've been a huge fan always of the sniper support meta. So that is for me very good. I'm enjoying deeply the spot where Warzone is in right now, apart from the SBMM being definitely a trash vibe, but hey, we know how it is. You have to suffer for actually being good in this game. You're not having more fun because you're good in this game. I wish you all a fantastic good time. Don't forget to subscribe to find your way back for more. warzoneloadouts.gg, linked in the description below. Twitch TV Pony from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And as always, have a great time in Verdansk.